Hey, family. We're back. We're back. So excited for you guys this morning to join us on our Wake Up and Win call.
Yeah.
Our motto: we don't grow alone. Right? We don't grow alone. I'm your host, Coach Gatsby, along with my partner, Coach Days. And we're super excited just to have you guys here with us to kick off the weeks together, to
Yes.
grow together. Again, we don't grow alone. My partner and I, we just have so much in store for you guys. We've been talking to a lot of you guys in our individual communities, in our communities that we have together. A lot of you guys have reached out, and expressed a ton of interest with aligning with us, with working with us. And as you guys know, there's a lot of opportunity for that, right? That's what this is all about. But we wanted to create a platform to where not only it was just business, but we can really get in alignment with each other and create a synergy that's out of this world. Because what we've learned is that when multiple people come together with that same energy flow, you create a synergy that's crazy, and that's ultimately going to leave us all set on fire and ready for success. So I'm going to let Coach Days take the floor from here and open up the call with you guys this morning. And we're just going to have a good time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, wealthy rising, everybody. My biggest thing is lately I've been telling myself, if you woke up, you already won the day. Okay. So I know a lot of us sometimes we get into, I know for me, it can get busy in the morning and we can sometimes allow things to knock us off our square. Between getting the kids ready for school, between breakfast, lunch, dinner, just going throughout our entire days, and we forget sometimes how much of a blessing it is to just wake up and to be able to breathe, to have our body, to be in our bodies, to have a body, to be able to, be capable of doing everything we put our minds to. So I just wanted to start off with that. And also, too, we're going to kick off with some affirmations. Okay. And so we're going to ground ourselves in this moment and we're going to hit these affirmations. I am aligned. Okay. I am supported. I am open to receiving wealth and opportunity today. I am open. Okay. I am open. I'm opening up my energy field. I am not going to allow things, people, places, and situations to come into my energy field to make me feel down, make me feel sad, upset. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to be as positive as I can because I know that opportunities naturally attract when I can embody that wealth energy. And wealth is deeper than just monetary. Yes, that's a big point, right? We got to have money, we got to pay for things. But you're wealthy just to have health. You're wealthy, just to be able to eat clean foods and to have your children and your loved ones, even if you got one or two people that love you, that you can call on for support. That's wealth, and that's definitely a blessing. So just we want to count our blessings and make sure that we set the tone for our days. That's something that really helped me. I have a lot of mom entrepreneurs that reach out to me and um they're like, well, how do you do what you do? How do you wake up and, be positive? And honestly, it's something that I focus on daily. Every single day is different. And I can attest to this. I know Byron always talks about like, don't dwell in it, move
We don't
forward.
dwell, we excel.
Exactly, exactly. Being hormonal too sometimes as a woman, going through our phases, we have to be able to check in with ourselves because sometimes our 100% could be 20%, but are you giving it all you have? And I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna give it over to Coach Byron Gatsby because he actually is just a light in my life when it comes down to mindset. It's been times where I talk to him, I'm like, I'm not feeling this. I'm like, I'm about to, it's over. And he's like, no, we got to shift that mindset. So just to be able to have somebody like him in my corner I'm so thankful, and grateful for that. Coach Byron Gatsby, I got a question for you. When
Yes.
it comes down to people that are starting off their day and just how do you like ground your energy for the morning? Because I feel like you are really just always in control. Like a lot of times when I talk to you, you pretty much got your day set, you know what to expect, and you're grounded in that.
Good question, and it's really simple. I don't want to. It's simple for me, right? And that is, I do what I want to do, right? And I don't want that to come off as, you know, any type of like, oh, he just do what he want to do. But that's what it is, and I'm encouraging you guys out there to take on that same mentality. Do what you want to do because ultimately that's what we're doing anyway, right? We're doing exactly what we want to do. But what I've learned is that I've learned how to be very intentional about what I want to do. And I always tell people, like, and I protect my peace and I protect my energy. So I always tell people, like, I'm busy, even if that's just the time where I'm taking a nap, or if I'm just saying, hey, I'm just not being bothered between this next 2 hours. I'm busy, and I stand on that, right? So I'm very intentional about my peace. I'm very intentional about protecting my energy, and that allows me to preserve the energy necessary to get done the important things. Like, for example, for us to be able to run this call this morning, right? I knew obviously it's on our schedule consistently, and we planned it last week, but I knew that Monday morning at 11 a.m. I was going to be running this call, and I wanted to have my energy. I wanted to be clear, so I cleared out everything in front of that last week, right? I said, hey, my call is going to be on Monday. So I'm taking control. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm eliminating distractions. I'm eliminating any interferences. And I also have a clear path, right? I have a clear path to what my day is going to look like. So I know I said a lot there, but ultimately, you just got to take control of what it is that you desire to see, right? And what helps me out a ton, Coach Days, is my mantras, right? So you can always hear me say, "Do more, dwell less." That's a real thing for me. I live by that. You may hear me say, "We don't dwell, we excel." That's a real thing. I live by that. And how it works is because I'm so stern on the do more, dwell less, and I'm so stern on the we don't dwell, we excel. I'm very rarely caught up in my head thinking about things that's gonna distract me or make me like emotionally thrown off or make me like just distracted, right? I'm able to really stay focused on the things that are important to me because those mantras. So I encourage you guys, right? If you can't get behind maybe the do more, dwell less mantra, that might not click for you. Or if you can't get behind the we don't dwell, we excel, come up with a mantra, come up with a saying, right, that will govern you, right? Because my sayings govern me. If ever I'm going through anything, like let's say something happened and my mind just caught up on it, I'm immediately able to stop and be like, hey, I'm dwelling right now. We don't do that, right? And then I'm able to replace it with action because my mantra says to do more, dwell less. So I'm very rarely dwelling, and I'm most likely always taking action. And if I'm not in that space, then I'm really just taking it easy and enjoying life. And I think that's important for us as well. We got to get back to just enjoying peace. We got to get back to just enjoying the day, not feeling like we got to always be this, it got to always be that, and got to always be here, and got to always be there. Sometimes just being still and just appreciating the warmth, the fresh air, just appreciating the basics will strengthen you and it will give you that clear space within to be able to perform at a high level. And I think that's missing, and it's okay, right? A lot of us have things, family, right? We have our children, we have our spouse we want to cater to. We have our children we want to cater to. We have our businesses. For those of you all working jobs, we have our jobs. All this stuff is in our space. I encourage you to take all of those things and organize them, prioritize them, and most importantly, create a space of peace and good energy for yourself. And this call here is one of those things, right? This is a place where for 30 minutes, right? You can come and all we're going to do is we're building, right? We're speaking positive. We're putting, like I talked about at the beginning, but we're creating a space of synergy, right? And synergy is super important. And what I'm so excited about this call is because it's just so much negativity in the world we need a safe space. We need a space to be able to just
Yes.
build
Yes.
on smiles and good energy and people who are motivated and people who are looking to excel and
Yes.
just grow individually, right? Don't get me wrong. You see my poster. I love business. I've been an entrepreneur for over the last 10 years. And I just love business. I love just new experiences and things like that. But at this point in my life, I really enjoy just peace, calm, good energy, good vibes, and just knowing that I have a good attitude, but just staying in a space of gratefulness and thankfulness. And it opens up so much for me in my business. It opens up so much for me and my family and all my relationships is making sure that I'm always in a good energy, a good safe space, and I'm not dwelling on things that ultimately become like stressful or distracting to me. And I'm here to tell you guys that that is in your control. So I know I said a lot there, but I hope it resonates. Just really come up with a mantra that you guys are gonna really stand on and live by. Like do more, dwell less. We don't dwell, we excel. Let's just get to work and get back to just enjoying this experience of life, and try to get out of our heads, away from all of those distractions because they're gonna always be there. So I'll leave it with that and just pass it back to you, Coach Dave.
Yeah, I love everything that you said because I feel like it's easy to get caught up in the tension of, focusing on what other people are doing, other people's, just looking at the world, seeing the craziness that's happening on the news and all of that. And it's just so easy to be knocked off that dwell less, do more, dwell less square. It's so easy to be, caught up in the world. And I feel like you said, you have to create that synergy. You have to create that space consistently, even if it's taking time. I know today I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had took some time, and it's been quite. I mean, I'm gonna be completely transparent. It's been a minute since I actually was able to have that full like 1 to 2 hours alone just to process in the morning. I kind of been getting to a late start this last week. Y'all know I'm very consistent in the gym. I haven't really been consistent, as I normally am, but I've been watching David Goggins, and he talked about, if you haven't seen him, go look him up. He's one of the most powerful like mental guys. I want to say, what did he call it? Mentally strong men from the Navy. But he talks a lot about like never finished and like being resilient and just having that mental state. Somebody could call you with some bad news. I think that is so important, right? To be able to tap into people like him, like Coach Byron Gatsby, and just being able to know, okay, I'm not the only one, but it's people that are mentally resilient. But what he said was, um, he talked about how when you're starting something off, it's going to seem crazy, right? If you want to really be great at what you're doing, right? That could be being a great mother, being a great friend, being a great business person, being great, working out. You have to first be able to dive in and let that crazy out. You got to be obsessed. And when you allow yourself to because I'm sitting here like, dang, like why do I'm growing right here? Like, I feel like the businesses are moving forward, it's organized over here, but then boom, here we go over here. Like I'm missing out on the gym. So it's like, okay, you have to allow yourself to get a little unbalanced in order to get it the way you want to, because you're going to have that balance eventually. And that's something that
That's a great point, Coach Dave, and it just boils down to, which a lot of us struggle with, is just realizing that ultimately we're not in control, right? And when I realized that I wasn't in control, I started to have a lot more fun with life and live life more free. And that's when I started to get the results that I wanted to see, right? And
mm,
it's something when I was running my franchise, and obviously you were a part of this, they would always say, two things, right? So another mantra is reflect, reset, reload, right? And just having a pulse of yourself, right? Having a pulse of yourself, having a pulse of your household, having a pulse of your business, right? Reset, reflect, right? Is important. Constantly reflecting. One thing I always encourage people to do is don't let things get too far out of control. And how I go about that is at the end of my night, I'm going to reflect on how the day went. You know, how was I emotionally? How did things go with my business? You know, if I wanted to make sure that I'm spending more time, I'm communicating more with my daughter and my mother. Did I make those phone calls, right? But if
Yeah.
I'm just going weeks and weeks and months and I'm not reflecting on how things are going, I'm not correcting, I'm not organizing, how am I going to reload and be in a position for better, right? It's going to be almost impossible, right? So, another thing is realizing, again, going back to what I said when I said we're not in control, right? Another great thing that's important to put in your arsenal is simply remembering control your controllables, your uncontrollables, don't worry about them. As I coach, I see too many people being thrown off by uncontrollables. I see
Mm.
too many people stressing out about things they literally cannot control or do nothing about, right? And I just don't understand that. But I do understand it because they're simply not saying to themselves, hey, I just can't control this. It's out of my hands. You know, I can't do anything about it. So let me let that go and let me put my energy, let me put my care, let me put my focus on those things that I can control and fall in love with those things. And that's where you're going to start to see creation, right? That's where you're going to start to see production. That's where you're going to start to see growth. That's where you're going to start to find happiness because you're going to get yourself back into control of the things that you can actually control, and you're going to be accountable with those things, right? And
Yeah.
all of this is important. When we get caught up, like I like to tell people, and you've heard this saying before, don't get lost in the sauce, right?
Yep.
And life is moving. Life is moving. It's very fast, but that don't mean we have to move fast. We need to
Right.
move according to how we want our lives to go, right?
Yeah.
If I want to enjoy 2 hours of peace and relaxation per day, I can structure my existence for that, right? I don't have to go along with what the world is saying. And I have this conversation all the time with people because people wonder, like, they talk to me a lot and it seems like I'm just chilling. And people always say, oh, you make it look so easy, you make it look so easy. But I'm also getting a whole lot done. It's because I'm planning my life and my business around being able to get the best results, but also being able to be free and enjoy peace and relaxation. Because when I was running my franchise, I was committed and like a slave to my business, right? For 6 years. I was a slave to my business. The money was phenomenal, but I was a slave to my business. I barely had any time to actually rest and relax, right? I was committed to so many people. And so when I left that business and I got into my real estate business and everything that I'm doing now, I made myself a promise that I won't get caught up and be a slave to my business anymore. And I learned to do it my way. I learned to set the boundaries that were necessary for me to have the peace, to have the energy, to not be stressed out, but still get the results. And when I set those boundaries and when I became intentional, then things are organized for me. And when you're organized, it removes a lot of stress away from a lot of things. When you know what you're going to be doing, when you know what your focus is, when you planned
Yeah.
it out, when you laid it out, when you researched it, when you meditated on it, you're clear. So I'm encouraging you guys to be clear. Get to a clear space.
Mm.
Reflect, right? Reset, reload. Take a day, no matter how far behind you are, right? I want you
Mm.
to set aside some time to take a day to reflect on how things are going in your life. Get a pulse of your life. And I want you to scrap the stuff that shouldn't be there, the stuff that's interfering, the stuff that's counterproductive. I want you to scrap it over here. And then the things that you do enjoy, the things you do desire, I want you to put them in your positive box. And then moving forward, I want you to stay in control and I want you to organize those things. And I want you to be aware of those things and make sure you're controlling it to your greater outcome, right?
Mm.
To what's
Mm.
going to make you feel good. Because none of us can be beneficial to the world. None of us can be our best for our families. None of us can be our best for our businesses until we first ground and take care of ourselves and fall in love with ourselves, right? And that's extremely important. Don't let nobody tell you you're being selfish. Don't let nobody tell you none of that, because those same people that's doing all those talking and conversations are typically the people who are sucking your energy dry. And they're not really caring at the end of the day about the loss or about what you're going through, because they're thinking about them. So I'm telling you to make sure that you're whole. Make sure that you're in a space of peace. Make sure that your energy is up, and everything will start to come and attract around you. And that's that synergy that we want to create. And that's why
Yeah,
this space is important, right? We want to attract the great stuff. We want to attract the things that are near and dear to us, but that's only going to happen when our energy within is radiant and can attract growth. It can attract light, right? It can attract, the finer things in life. But if our energy within is drained, if it's sucked, if it's distracted, if everybody else is getting it, then you're on a decline.
yeah, absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
your health, that's your business, everything. Until you clear out that inner space and take control of what's going on in your existence for your greater good, you're on a decline. And we're not here to be on a decline. We're here to excel, right? So
Excel.
I want you guys to take that.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I saw a quote that just goes off of what you said, Coach Gatsby, is that either you're going to be moving forward or you're going to be moving backwards, right? But nothing stays the same for long. Everything is always growing, or dying, and that makes a big difference. And it's so funny how this is just a 4360 for me, this conversation. I was having a talk with one of my girlfriends, and we were just talking about like our goals as far as what we're going to be doing in the next 2 to 3 years, and understanding too, it's out of our control, but if we can plan something, let's have a good intention to set, that synergy, that energy to be positive, to be healthier. And we actually lost, me and her together, we probably lost over 100 pounds, just together as friends. We did pescatarian together, all of that, and we shed it. But we were talking about the importance of also too having a circle that feeds you, and having a circle that, has that synergy, has that good energy where you can win with them, and also to build wealth. And that's one thing that I just commend you for, Coach Gatsby, is that everybody connected to you, they all are successful. They all are moving, doing things that are positive. Y'all are all feeding each other. And I think that is what makes someone a great leader, is to be able to, connect like that and just circulate wealth and prosperity. Because what's the point of you being the, top dog and everybody else is just kind of like weighing to the wayside? That doesn't make any sense.
And thank you, Coach Days, for even acknowledging that. But it's intentional. It's not by accident. It's intentional, because I don't even engage with people who are not pursuing in the direction I'm pursuing in. I love for them, but they can't even fit in my bubble. They can't even stand in my space, because if you're not speaking positive, if you're not looking to be productive, if you're not looking to be progressive, what are we talking about? I don't have time and energy, and that's the problem. That's what I'm talking about with people who are going through things, is they're allowing their energy, they're allowing through conversation their energy to be sucked, right? And that's why reflecting is important at the end of the night. How did I spend my time today? Who did I
Mm,
talk to today? Did I argue with somebody about nothing for no reason? Did I listen to somebody talk to me about garbage for 10 minutes? Did I have on the negative news where all they spilling is garbage? Did I have on that for 2 hours of the day? Did I scroll social media for
mm.
an hour, and is my algorithm negative, or is my algorithm about business and growth and personal development and wellness? What am I intaking daily, right? So creating that environment amongst my peers is intentional. These are the people that I surround myself with, because this is the lifestyle that we live, right? Like they say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future, right? I get excited about my future because all of my friends are progressive and they're productive. And if they stop being progressive and stop being productive, I'm out of there, right? Because what are you in pursuit of, right?
Exactly.
What are you
Eh,
in pursuit of? And if for those of y'all who haven't read the book Purpose Driven Life, it's my favorite book. What are you in pursuit of? What are you intentional about? When you get up at the beginning of the day, What are you in pursuit of, right? And I want you guys out there to really just think about that. And if you've lost sight of your pursuit, I encourage you to get back on it, because that's where the enjoyment, that's where the experience of life is from. It's not just being caught up in the everyday, whatever is happening around me. What are you in pursuit of ultimately? That's what's going to keep you alive, well, focused, breathing, and excited for the next day and the next journey.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's when you do have your focus, it's easier to audit the people around you, even the things around you, because you do have that focus. So I definitely love that. What are you in pursuit of? And you know what? When it boils down to it, it's so funny how it works. It's like you said, they can't connect with you, but naturally they kind of fall off. The people that I've been personally connecting with lately, you know, have been just, it's been amazing. Like I'm able to connect, like for instance, one of the ladies that I'm in, doing some things with, she sent me over her affiliate link for this platform called School. Like she's going to actually get a commission from me utilizing her link to set up my membership community. Our
It all starts to clicking and coming together.
yeah. So like that's amazing, right? So it's like, okay, now how can we consistently feed this? My mom was over not too long ago. And I'm like, listen, mama, we about to eat some of this. So my mom, she's kind of, she likes what she likes. She has her food, but she is actually a chef. She's a cook. But when I was able to just show her like a little different way to do certain things, like, Ma, let's eat this, or let's try to elevate it. Feeding your circle that positivity, I think that feeling is actually better than just doing it for yourself, having that wealthy environment. And I wanted to just reset the room with really quick with everybody. We are on the Wake Up and Win call. If you're watching this after, make sure you comment hashtag replay. Okay. So we're just having a morning chat. We're diving into just having that wealthy winning environment, the synergy, having a wealthy circle. And also, too, I want to leave this space because, like Coach Byron Gatsby said, this space is to have that synergy and that good positive energy and wake up and win. Drop your business links below. If you are watching this, I never actually have done this before, but what we're going to allow you guys to do today, because we want to create that community, we want you guys to connect. Please drop your links to all of your businesses that you have. We would like to also see, what type of entrepreneurs are watching. We want to make sure that also too your business gets that exposure, right? I want to dive into something that Coach Byron Gatsby and I have been building and creating, and it's called the Wealth Partners Network, which is actually an extension of the Ultimate CEO University, right? So we've been talking about winning. We've been talking about, building that community, building that energy of being able to grow and build wealth together. One of the biggest things that I noticed is that when we're in a connection and network of people that are, in business, if we can refer to our friend, to the next person and the next person, that means now we're in circulation of wealth, of prosperity, and money. A lot of times we don't realize that we're naturally referring people, every single day. Like if I went to where did I go? I was inside of a coffee shop and I had on this new workout outfit. I don't know if you guys look, I'm about to promote it now. And I don't even have a link. This is sad. Make sure y'all have y'all links ready. But the clothing line is called Outline and Offline, sorry. And I was wearing that, and the lady was like, "Where did you get your fit from?" Because it's real seamless. Like I like my workouts to be like tight, my workout outfits. And she was like, "Where did you get this from?" Do y'all know I went in that store because I knew like this is about to go crazy. People are asking me, I need to have an affiliate link for this, right? So I went to the store and tried to get one, but they had like a whole system. I didn't get mine set up. But just imagine, like, ask yourself if you can get into a community, a network of just consistently flowing that revenue, that wealth, being able to refer and be able to help somebody else's business thrive and prosper while also earning a commission. Ask yourself, what would that do for you? Like, it's people out here that are literally their business is just focused on referring, and they're making millions of dollars online. And I know we talk a lot about doing digital products, about all of that, but I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest. And we have our the Ultimate CEO University, right? But when it comes down to that affiliate marketing, I would say that is the easiest way to be able to build wealth seamlessly online, because you don't have to have literally anything but a social media account, friends, network, maybe past clients, to be able to funnel your wealth and be able to tap into ecosystems for not only yourself, but also those around you. Coach
Yeah.
Byron Gatsby, I'm about to pass it to you. Like, what do you think about that?
Oh, well, I'm excited, and it just boils back down to being organized and prioritized and being prepared for opportunities when it presents itself. Right. A lot of reasons why we can't take advantage. For example, like if you didn't have the knowledge and information that you just shared, you wouldn't even be able to recognize or realize that you were missing out on referring that business. Right. And like you said, we're
Yeah,
referring, yeah, we're referring all day, every day. But if I don't have the knowledge that there's a such thing as being an affiliate partner and being paid for just referring and having the systems, having the structure, having the links, having the connectors set up to when I do it, and hey, this referral, this customer came directly from an interaction with me and being able to get paid for it without that knowledge, without that know-how, then
exactly.
of course we're going to be leaving a lot of money and opportunity on the table. And that
Exactly.
boils back to everything that we're doing. Like knowledge is the way, right? So having
Exactly.
that information, but even more so important than having the information is taking action on it, right? And so I commend you just for realizing that, hey, of course, I like this brand, I like this product, I'm wearing it, but
Mhm.
I'm also a walking billboard for the product, right? While I'm wearing it, right?
Right.
So I should be able to get a piece of that action, and that's what this wealth partnership community is about. Is simply positioning ourselves, right? Aligning ourselves with opportunity and being able to, as we're just engaging in the things that we enjoy, the things that we love on a consistent daily basis, we can actually be partners of those businesses. It's the same, really, ultimately, kind of very similar to the stock market, right? It's just investing in businesses that we use on a daily basis and that we believe in and that we enjoy, and we become partners based on small percentages. It's the same thing with the wealth partnership, but it's just a referral community, right? It's just
Yeah.
talking about and referring our favorite brands, and having the setup, the structure to where technology is crazy, right? So technology actually allows for this, like the fact that I can really tap somebody's phone with a link and get credit, right? The fact that I can send somebody a link attached to my name and get credit. It's the same when you ask somebody, when you go in a restaurant, they say, "Hey, can you leave me a review, or can you take 2 seconds to share your experience?" It's the same thing, right? And we're just doing this on our everyday walk of life, and we're reaping the benefits for it, and building what's called residuals, right? So at the end of the day, opportunity is preserved for those who prepares for it when it comes, and that's what the wealth partnership. That's what this everything that we're doing is about, is making sure that our community is positioned for opportunity when it comes, right? And that's why we're going to be here tuning in with you guys every week, right? Wake up and win, right? We're making sure our energy is on point. We're making sure our attitudes are on point. We're making sure that we're organized. We're making sure we're prioritized. You guys are going to hear me say those two words so much. Prioritize and organize. Prioritize meaning level of importance. I should only be focused on the things that are most important, then the next important, then the next important. If it's all the way down here, it shouldn't be getting out of my energy, right? So once you prioritize and you know where your focus and where your intent should be, now it's just about being organized, right? And organizing it to reap the benefits that you desire to reap from it. And that's whether it's your health, your fitness plan, right? That's whether it's your business plan, or that's whether it's just meditation. That's whether it's how I'm going to attack relationships within my family. what's going to get cut off. Literally everything should be, dictated or on that structure of priority and then organized, right? And I guarantee you, when you start to see things from that perspective, then the things that are most important are going to be what's getting your attention, right? The things that
Yeah.
are least important is going to fall off, right? So
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. So this whole community is designed to serve us all, and obviously, this is what me and myself and Coach Dave. She talks about my other partners and other partners we have. This is what we're doing on a daily basis, right? We're just
Yeah.
opening it up now. This is our conversation every day. This is
Yeah.
this is the businesses that we're doing every day, right? We're just opening it up to all of you guys to join us along the way because we need you, but more importantly, the community needs you, right? Each one teach one, right? That synergy, that word synergy is so important. When three of us can come together in a line, four of us, five of us, 50 of us, 100 of us, 1,000 of us can be in alignment on that same energy wave. It's a success. We're all going to be positioned for continued success.
For
And
success.
no one's going to fall off because our team is too strong. Our energy is right. And we're going to always be here to reset, reflect, and reload together. And it's also, we didn't get to it too much today, but it's going to be a safe space where the floor will be open for you guys to express what you're going through, what you're experiencing, things that you're struggling with, things that you need help with, advice with. And if you're out there listening, you're more than welcome to drop questions in the comments. Leave your thoughts, leave the things that you're experiencing so we can make sure that we're serving you. And I was always taught, if one person is going through it or experiencing it, chances are someone else is as well. So we
Yeah.
want to attack those things. We want to make sure we're ahead of those things. We want to make sure that we're the most fierce, aggressive, energy, synergy, positive, attitude, focus, discipline, exciting, fun, at peace individuals
Yes.
that society has ever seen. And that's what this mission is about.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so excited because it, like you said, it gives other people the platform. Like that's amazing. That's amazing. And when we just think about, being online, the power of online, when even going back into like my previous when I was a sales rep, when Coach Byron was teaching me how to sell in the field, right? I was terrified. I was terrified. And because naturally I like to say that I am very introverted. People get around me and they say, you don't act like an introvert. So what it is, it's times and places, right? It's the synergy, it's the energy. And when I'm around other people that are winners, that are excited, that are, focusing on health, focusing on being, great moms, focusing on, scaling their businesses, focusing on, being in book clubs and advancing their knowledge. I was just talking to Coach Byron before we got on. I was like, I think I'm going to take up some classes in public speaking because at the end of the day, I'm always looking for ways to grow and evolve myself, right? So to be a part of a community that allows you to have that space, it's crazy because too, another point I want to make is having social media, right? Having social media. You got people on social media right now with 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 friends, but they don't have any links at all. And we see this every day owning an agency. It's people that are literally that will blow up and be able to scale and monetize, but they don't have a link, right? So the beautiful part about this is you don't need anything. You don't have to have any experience. It's basically the same. I would say it's the same from when I was starting out and I was super nervous to show my face. You don't even got to show your face anymore. People are blowing up through faces, YouTubes, right? But I will say what I love about Carmen's ecosystem too. She's one of our members as well as one of our agency clients and just a part of our community, a loving spirit. And what's so beautiful about her ecosystem is that everything that she does is literally in alignment. Like all of her affiliate links, they align with who she is as a person, gardening, manifestation, holistic health. And I love that, right? So the things that we're going to have in there, I'm going to say a few. our program is still in beta. So if you're watching this and you're interested, click this link that I'm showing you right now, because we definitely want you to submit your application. We're going to be accepting to start about 25 people. Coach Byron Gatsby, we've already talked about growing this community to, be massive, right? Thousands of people. But to start off, we do want to make sure that everything is right. So that's going to give us an opportunity, right, to check what we're doing and grow with you guys. So in the community, we're going to have credit repair. We're going to have opportunities to dabble into real estate, being able to refer real estate. We're going to be able to, dabble into taxes, how to launch your business, branding, marketing, so much more that you get to offer to your clients, to your network, friends, and family, and just sharing a link on social media. This is not an average or typical affiliate marketing program or network, because what it actually does is it's in high demand, right? Services. So not only are you going to be able to service your people, but you're also going to be able to earn a higher commission percentage just by sharing the link. So this is why it's so exclusive. I know a lot of people are like, what? You can get in for free right now? Yes, you can, because and we already have about 3 people that registered, because we want you to get in. We want to be able to learn with you, grow with you, and this gives us the opportunity to really get our feet inside of the door with you as a community, to see where you're at and how we can help your business scale and grow as well. And possibly we may be adding to where we can actually add in your services and business and becoming a referral partner, like that as well. So I'm just super excited. Y'all can see I kind of got lit up, because I'm like, wow, like this is a major network, a major thing, and we need the community. We need to be able to be in spaces where we can grow and excel together, as a whole. Coach Byron Gatsby, you got anything to add to that?
I just want to say that, take this, if you're on this call, if you catch this call, it's at the start of the week, just
Yeah,
be intentional about starting strong. Again, reflecting. I dropped a lot of tools that I use on my day to day. Being prioritized, being organized, reflecting on your day, what's going on in your existence, right? Taking control, right? Forgetting about the uncontrollables, controlling the controllables, doing more, dwelling less. If you really just bullet point those PowerPoints, right? And you just start to align yourself with those habits, those disciplines, then I guarantee you'll start to see things a lot more clear. You'll take control of your path, your direction. Your businesses will start to grow. They will start to thrive. You'll be more healthy personally, spiritually. I'm all about peace. And I just hope that this call helped you guys to really kickstart your week, right? Kickstart the day, kickstart the week. Like obviously it's always about business because we want to experience the great things out of life, right? But the one thing I realized a lot of people confused, and I really realized it when I was running my franchise and I was trying to develop thousands of people, and most times they got so caught up and lost in their pursuit of the success within the business, they forgot that being great within yourself personally, having that energy, having that confidence, right? Being in control ultimately is what's going to make you successful in any business that you decide to do. So I always talk about it's never about the business, it's about us, right? Anytime I've experienced high levels of success, I was always performing at my greatest self. Whenever I experienced decline in my success, I was always at my lowest point within. So knowing that, I encourage you guys to just do your best to protect your peace, protect your energy. And a famous quote is to be successful, we really got to tap back into that childlike spirit. And the only way that one thing about children is they're not caring about everything that's going on around them. Children, they're getting up and going. They're enjoying life. They're not stopping and stressing about stuff. So get back to that childlike spirit when it comes to just living your life, and creating and doing the things that you desire to see. Being fearless, right? Not letting doubt kick in, not letting past experiences be weights on you. I'm here to tell you guys it's time to free ourselves from all of the heaviness. And it's time for us to excel. It's time for us to soar. It's time for us to fly. And we're going to be here for you guys, with you guys to do it along this journey. We're going to be tapped in, tuned in each and every Monday. Wake Up and Win. Coach Byron, Coach Days, your host. And we're super excited and looking forward to just building with you guys and growing with you guys. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Obviously, that's going to be it for this call, but tune in with us, tap in with us on our social media. Mine at Byron Gatsby on all social platforms, Coach Days, Elevate with Days, all of our resources, all of our products, everything that we do. And we're humans, we're real people, right? Hit the DM, ask us questions. Really, let's tap in and tune in and set ourselves up for a phenomenal 2025, but just a phenomenal day today and a phenomenal week. That's all I got, Coach Days. You can close it out. Let them know where they can get all the links or whatever need to be done. And I'm excited for you all and look forward to speaking to you all again soon.
Yep, absolutely. Definitely make sure you guys, like I said again, if you want to join us, if you want to be a part of this referral network that we're building, we're still in the beginning phases. Click this link. And like Coach Byron Gatsby said, the synergy, the peace, the energy, and just really being present, right? I'm super excited, and we will see you guys next Monday.
Peace.
Bye bye.